Imagine being judged, not for who you are, but for what you don't have. That was Clara's life. Every single day, she was the kind of woman people overlooked, without thinking twice. Simple clothes, quiet voice. No attention drawn to herself. But behind that silence was strength, and behind that strength was a story no one cared to ask about. Her world revolved around one person. Her daughter, Lily, 19. Still young, but with eyes that saw more than most adults ever could. Every morning, Clara woke before sunrise. The house small, almost too small, but clean, organized, peaceful. She would prepare breakfast quietly, sometimes bread and tea, sometimes a little more, when she could afford it. Then she would wake Lily with the gentlest touch. Time for school, she would whisper, and Lily would smile, because no matter how little they had, she always felt rich in one thing: her mother's love. But outside their home, the world was different, cold, judging, especially at Lily's school. A place filled with children of wealth, luxury cars lining the entrance, parents dressed perfectly, laughing loudly, speaking confidently. And then there was Clara, walking, holding her daughter's hand, trying not to be noticed, but some people always notice. Vanessa Cole, elegant, powerful, a woman whose presence demanded attention. She had everything money could buy, and made sure everyone knew it. From the very first day, she saw Clara, and immediately decided she didn't belong. First, it was just looks, then whispers, then laughter, until one day, she made it public. The school hall was full, parents chatting, children preparing. Clara stood quietly at the back, invisible, until Vanessa walked in, heels clicking against the floor, conversations slowing, attention shifting. She greeted people, smiled, laughed, then stopped, right in front of Clara. "You," she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. Clara looked up slowly. "You're Lily's mother, right?" A simple question. But the tone wasn't. "Yes," Clara replied softly. Vanessa smiled. "Not kind. I've always wondered how someone like you managed to get into a school like this." A few parents chuckled. Clara said nothing. Vanessa leaned closer. "This place has standards. Not everyone fits." Silence filled the room, and then Lily walked in. She heard it. Not everything, but enough. Enough to see her mother humiliated, and something inside her shifted. She didn't speak, didn't act, but she saw everything. That night, Clara tried to hide it, smiled, asked about school, pretended nothing happened, but Lily saw through it. And that night, she made a decision. She would never let her mother feel that way again. Days passed. Vanessa continued as usual, confident, untouchable. But Lily began to watch, carefully, paying attention to everything. And then, she heard something she wasn't supposed to. Vanessa's voice, low, urgent. "I told you, no mistakes. This must remain hidden." Lily froze. Curiosity ignited. From that moment, she wasn't just a student anymore. She was observing, investigating, learning. Weeks later, the school announced a major competition, the biggest of the year. Every parent excited, especially Vanessa. "My daughter will win," she said proudly. "She always does." But Lily said nothing. She prepared, quietly, carefully. And when the day came, everything changed. The hall filled, students, parents, judges, tension thick. Round after round, students eliminated, until only two remained, Vanessa's daughter and Lily. The final question, complex, unexpected, difficult. Vanessa's daughter hesitated, for the first time unsure. But Lily stepped forward, calm, focused, answered perfectly. The room erupted. Gasps, applause, Shock. Vanessa's smile disappeared. But Lily wasn't done. I have something else to say, she said. Silence returned. There's something everyone deserves to know. Her eyes locked on Vanessa. You always talk about standards, about who belongs and who doesn't. Vanessa straightened. What are you trying to say? Lily took a deep breath. The money used to sponsor your daughter wasn't yours. Gasps filled the room. Vanessa froze. You should be careful with your words, she said sharply. But Lily didn't stop. I found the records, the transfers, the accounts, the names. The room erupted again. Vanessa's arrogance shattered. Clara stood frozen. Not from fear, but disbelief. Her daughter had done what no one else could. She didn't fight with anger. She didn't argue. She revealed the truth. And here, before we continue, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button, like this video, and hit the notification bell, so you never miss stories like this. And from that day on, everything changed. Respect replaced judgment. Silence replaced mockery, and Clara was never invisible again. Vanessa learned something she never expected. Money couldn't save her. Status couldn't protect her. Because the one thing she underestimated was the quiet strength of a girl who simply paid attention. And that changed everything. Clara and Lily's bond grew stronger. The school never looked at them the same way again. Vanessa tried to rebuild her pride, but every glance reminded her. She had been exposed, publicly, by someone she thought she could humiliate. Clara watched her daughter, proud, overwhelmed, knowing Lily had achieved something no one else could. And Lily smiled, quietly, knowing she had done the right thing. And if you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe now, like this video, and hit the notification bell, because there are many more stories coming that will shock you. The power of paying attention, the courage to stand for truth, the cleverness of a young mind. These are the things that can change lives. From that day forward, Clara's life transformed. No longer overlooked, respected, valued. Her struggles acknowledged, her strength recognized. And Lily, the quiet girl who watched, learned, and acted, became a legend in her school. Not for wealth, not for status, but for courage and intelligence and heart. Remember, it's never the loudest voice that wins. It's the one who observes, waits, and acts at the right moment. This story proves that even in the face of arrogance and mockery and judgment, truth and cleverness always rise. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell, so you can witness every incredible story we share. Because you never know which quiet mind, which clever child, will change everything next.